What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. It's been a while since the last time I uploaded a video here on YouTube. A couple of weeks ago, I did post a spooktacular video. It was basically me streaming Little Nightmares one Saturday evening in October, trying to set the vibe for Halloween. Really fun game. If you haven't played Little Nightmares, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, prior to that, my last video was a monthly pickup video for July. So I totally skipped out on August. And to be honest, I didn't really pick up much in August. I think I picked up 2 games. So you're not really missing out. Today, I wanted to do a monthly pickup video for September and October. And from here on out, I'll try to keep things on track. I actually like doing these bi-monthly monthly pickup videos just because it seems like the better thing to do. I didn't pick up too much in September, so majority of these games are from October. Just to give you guys a little preview of what I got going on over here. Ton of games, ton of games. So let's get started. The first game came out the beginning of September. It's Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Those of you that know me know that I was kind of late to the genre, to RPGs. I didn't really get into RPGs, or I didn't give RPGs a chance until around 2001, 2002. Prior to that, I just kind of thought they were pointless. I couldn't understand why anyone would want to play an RPG. The fact that you have to sit around and wait to choose what you're going to do as far as, gameplay, your battles. I just thought it was crazy when I could just run up to the bad guy and, shoot the shit out of him or slash him or whatever. Just impatient. I was just an impatient person. But once I came around and started to appreciate the genre, one of the series that totally I fell in love with was Dragon Quest. And so far, I've only had a chance to play maybe 2 hours of Dragon Quest XI. But from what I've played so far, I really do dig it. I enjoy it. So far, the music seems to be fantastic. And I'm not quite sure where the story's going because it's an RPG, and those take several hours to complete. I've only put 2 in, so I don't know where the story's going, but I really do enjoy it so far. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm really eager to hop back into it sometime soon. The reason why I didn't spend more time with Dragon Quest XI was because SpiderMan came out. Marvel's SpiderMan. I actually, instead of playing Dragon Quest, I played this game because I was like, you know what? It's an action game, superhero action game. It won't take me long to play it. And it didn't take me all that long. But I ended up falling in love with Spider-Man. Really good game. Spider-Man isn't even one of my favorite superheroes. But I feel like Insomniac did a fantastic job with this game. Yes, the combat is similar to the combat that you'll find in the Batman Arkham Asylum games, But overall, I really did enjoy the game. And it's crazy when you play a game like Spider-Man, or any superhero game for that matter, you're not really going into the game looking for a good story. And some people might even say that video games don't have good stories at all. But I actually did enjoy the story in Spider-Man. I thought it was really good. And I love the addition of Miles Morales. That was awesome. But Insomniac did a bang up job. They absolutely did. Love the web slinging, the music, the boss fights. They were great. I ended up platinuming the game. So I did everything that you possibly could do. But I have not had a chance to go back and because I know the DLC, the new Black Cat DLC came out. I haven't had a chance to play that yet. So that's waiting for me to try out sometime soon. I also picked up in September Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is Torna, the Golden Country. This is a standalone DLC or expansion pack for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The reason why it's still sealed is because I have yet to complete Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I don't really know what's holding me back. I haven't played it in a couple months, but I've put about almost 70 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Really dig it. Might just be one of my favorite in the series. You know, I loved Xenoblade Chronicles. I could not for the life of me get into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I just did not like it at all. It's not my jam. Sorry, not Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Couldn't get into it. 2 seems to take it back, to what I loved about Xenoblade Chronicles. Great characters, cool environments, really neat bosses. Not bosses, sorry, enemies. I don't know where my mind is today. I'm out to lunch. But yeah, once I complete Xenoblade Chronicles 2 proper, then I'll hop into this expansion pack, which I heard is really good. Some even say it's better than the original game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's crazy. So that was everything I picked up in September. October is where most of the damage was done. And I'm not even gonna say it was damaged because I pre-ordered majority of these games. That's what I like to do. I like to set money aside or put money down on a game months in advance. So when, the time comes for the game to come out, you don't have to worry about spending your money on it. Boom, you've already paid it off. So the first one here is, let's see, for the Nintendo 3DS, Jake Hunter detective story, Ghost of the Dusk. This came out early October. I'm currently playing it right now on the first case. I think there's like 6 cases in this game. But I think I've only played the first Jake Hunter game. I think there's 2 other Jake Hunter games on the Nintendo DS. I've only played the first one. It's basically murder mystery. You're investigating crimes. You play as Jake Hunter, who is basically a detective. And there's some crime solving going on. This one's really good. I'm enjoying it so far. It has me interested, so that's all I can ask for. For the Switch, I picked up Mega Man 11. I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan, okay? I've never really been. And you know why? Because I suck at them. I suck at Mega Man games. Known fact. Although I've beaten a few. I think I've beaten Mega Man 5, Mega Man 4, or it was maybe Mega Man 3. And I've definitely beaten Mega Man 2. You know what? I need to go back because I do have Legacy Collection too, or X Collection, whatever it is. I do have that. So I want to go back and play Mega Man X. I do want to play that because a lot of people say that's a fantastic game. And I started playing a little bit of that on the 3DS eShop, but I kind of got sidetracked. So I want to go back and play it proper on the Switch. But Mega Man 11 was fantastic. And I made it through this game. I did. I don't know how I did it. I didn't play on casual. I played on beginner. Okay, it was casual. It was like the easiest. It was a little too easy for me. Then the next one, I think it might have been normal. I played on that, and it took me a while. I died a lot, but this is really great. I love the new gameplay mechanics with the cores, and how you can like slow down time. You can power up your weapon. Really good stuff. If you are interested in Mega Man games and you're kind of like me and you suck at them, you might want to try your hand at Mega Man 11. Not to say that it's an easier game, but it's easy to get into, and it really does. You can always play on casual, and still have a good time with it. Wow. Okay, last week I was out and I picked up a pre-ordered game, but I also saw this game and I picked it up as well, and that's Astro Bot VR mission. I'm sorry, Astro Bot Rescue Mission. This is exclusive to the PlayStation VR, which I have not. Man, the last PlayStation VR game I played was Moss, and that was back in March or maybe February. So it's been a while since I placed that headset on my head. But Astrobot, I definitely do want to try this out. Heard nothing but great things, and I can't wait to play it. It's basically a platformer, and I can't wait to play a platformer in VR proper. So that'll be good. Speaking of VR, there seems to be a lot of great VR games coming out, which is amazing. I'm glad to see that Sony isn't abandoning, um, that peripheral, as they're known to do with some of their other things. RIP Vita. Actually, it's not even RIP Vita because I still play my Vita faithfully. Okay, I love my Vita. I also picked up for the Nintendo 3DS Luigi's Mansion, which I have never completed. I had this on the GameCube, but I only played maybe 30 minutes of it. So when they had announced that Luigi's Mansion was coming to the 3DS, I was like, sweet, I'll be able to play it. I completed Dark Moon. I think it was Dark Moon. Yeah, Dark Moon. And I love that. So far, so good. Looks really good on the 3DS as well. Such a fun game. Really fun. For the Switch, I'm going through these a lot faster than what I thought I would. For the Switch, I picked up The World Ends With You. This is the final remix, all right? Um, I don't want to speak bad about The World Ends With You because it's such a unique RPG, modern day RPG set in Japan. I love the DS version. Had a lot of fun with that game. It took me a while to get used to the combat, but I didn't realize when I picked up the Switch version that this was basically a port of the iOS version. And you got an iOS version or the mobile version with no controller. Doesn't sound too great. Um, my main thing with the game is the gameplay. All right. Right now, and I heard that this is the better way to play the game. I'm playing with the touchscreen only. Okay. So I have my Joy Cons on my Switch. All right. And I'm using my fingers to play the game, or my finger to play the game. Tap, swipe, hold down, and move. It's annoying. Okay. It's not too bad when you're traversing around, when you're exploring and stuff, going from, place to place. But once you get into combat, and those of you that have played The World Ends With You, shit gets crazy. All right. And it's hard to manage. All right. When you're using your finger. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep at it because I love the game. But this isn't the best way to play it. I'll just say that straight up. I took the L for those of you that haven't purchased the game yet. Just know that, all right? Controls might be an issue. I haven't tried it with the Joy-Con, okay? Because apparently there's a co-op mode. And even if you don't play in co-op, you can still play with the Joy-Con. Yeah, we'll see. Beginning of October, or you know what? Actually, this was back in September, the end of September. I picked up Forza Horizon 4. This is do they call this anything special? I guess, it's the Ultimate Edition, which comes in it comes with this really cool steelbook case. Whew, Forza Horizon 4. This is my jam. All right. I love me some racing games despite me not playing. I haven't played a racing game in the longest time. The last racing game I might have played was Burnout Paradise Remastered, and I didn't even play much of that because I had spent a shit ton of hours in the original game. But to me, I've come to the point where I just avoid the mainline Forza games because that's not what I'm looking for out of a racing game anymore. Um, I used to love simulation racers, and you know what? Even the mainline Forza games aren't necessarily all that much simulation. I mean, if you want to go deep, you can go deep in the simulation in those games. But right now in my life, in my gaming life, I want something fun, fast paced, in and out, just having fun with it. The Horizon series is where it's at. You know what? You can also get really deep in Horizon as well, as far as customizing your car and everything like that. And it's not a cakewalk when you're racing, all right? It's not Mario Kart. And so, you know what? Mario Kart's not a cakewalk either. But you're going to have to use your brakes. You know, you can't just drive around without even knowing what the button is to brake. But yeah, Horizon 4, it's fantastic. I love the location. It's set in London. Nope, it's not London. It's Europe. Britain. Boom. Um, yeah, it's huge, huge map. And the new thing about Horizon 4 is basically the season. So you have fall, winter, spring, fall, fall, winter, spring, summer. I told you I'm out to lunch today. And the seasons change, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game that I haven't even scratched the surface of, and I've played, I want to say maybe almost 20 hours of the game, and there's just so many races to do. Fantastic job with that. Let's see here. Only three more games. Next up, we have this is the deluxe edition for Lego DC SuperVillains. You guys know I love me some Lego games. I do. I enjoy them. They're a guilty pleasure of mine. And I don't even know if there's all that much guilt with them, okay? Because, when you want to play games, you play games that you have fun with and you enjoy. I like DC Comics, okay? And I like Legos. Okay, not actual Legos. I don't play with Legos, but I like the Lego games, all right? And this one is good so far. I streamed a little bit of it, not too much. And I'm not even really that far into the game, but you can create your own villain and play through that. Lots of customization going on with that. Um, but yeah, it's pretty much your average Lego game. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm on the end where I love them, and I'll pretty much continue to buy any other Lego game that I'm interested in as far as the franchise, whatever they put out. I dig Lego games. All right, I said it. All right, the game that I've been playing majority of, and I should, you know, leave this one for last. But you know what? I already said I've been playing the most of it since it came out. It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Um, boy, oh boy. Assassin's Creed series. I have been a fan since the first one, and you know what? That says a lot because the first one was some crap. I'm not gonna say it was crap. It was just pretty bare bones, and things started to definitely ramp up once two came along. You got Brotherhood, Revelations, which I didn't really like that much either. Three wasn't that great. I mean, there's been some really high highs and some really low lows, and I still haven't played Unity, so I should definitely go back and play that, right? Because that was the really low. But now I think it's okay because they put a whole mess of patches out for that game, so it should run a-okay now. But Odyssey, it's pretty much similar to Origins, last year's Origins, which is great. I actually I like Origins more just because I like the story, the characters, everything, from Origins, the setting, you're in Egypt. I liked that more than Odyssey. That's not to say that Odyssey is terrible because this will show up. Oh my, I mean, it's a guarantee this is going to show up in my favorite games of 2018. It's set in Greece. You have the option for the first time ever of choosing between the protagonist of a female or a male, which is pretty cool. You have Cassandra and there's Alexios. I chose Cassandra because, like, hello. Anytime I'm given an option to choose a female in a game, I'm going to choose the female, all right? Because 99% of the time I'm playing as a random guy, in a game. Hey, I'm choosing the chick. So yeah, it's basically a story set out where Cassandra is looking. It's family. I don't want to give away too much, but it's family focused. It's focused on family, which I really like. But there's a shit ton of things to do in this game. My gosh, I'll turn the game on and be like, okay, I'm going to do 3 story missions. All right. Just straight story missions. And then I find myself off in a new place, a new location that I just discovered. And I see all these question marks pop up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go and discover everything that this game has to offer. That's my OCD, my open world OCD. All right. It's bananas. I suffer from it. And if any of you suffer from it, let me know. I just become obsessed with going around and trying to do everything that I possibly can do. The map is huge, all right? I want to say it's bigger than the Origins map. There's people that say that it isn't, but I feel like it's bigger than the Origins map, and that map was big. There's a lot of things to do. You have naval combat. You have like mercenaries, which are basically people. If you go around doing bad stuff, if you're caught murdering, stealing, whatever, a bar will fill up and you have mercenaries coming to look for you, basically, okay? Which could get crazy, all right? It can really get crazy. Like this webcam right now, it's not trying to focus. Come on, there we go. Yeah, it could get nuts. And then there's another part of the game where you're looking for cult members. I mean, on top of the main game, and then you have side missions. It's just crazy, but I really do enjoy it. It takes all of the great things that Assassin's Creed Origins did right. And kind of, it was Origins was more or less a breath of fresh air to the series because, it was getting a little stale. But Origins definitely switched things up and changed things up enough that it made it feel fresh again. And Odyssey, I feel, is doing the same thing, but there's just so much to do. It's so overwhelming, but I'm still playing it. It's crazy. And I'm streaming it. So if you want to stop by and watch me play some, definitely do that. Last game here, and I've only played like maybe 2 hours of this game, but it's a big one and it's crazy. I've been looking forward to this game for a while, and the fact that I just said I've only played 2 hours, totally, it hurts my heart. But I have to finish Odyssey first before I can even think about jumping in to this big ass game, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's finally out. Rockstar put it out. It's in my hands. Actually, the disc is in my Xbox One X. And that's the reason why I went with this version, because of the 4K, Ultra HD. So definitely taking advantage of my Xbox One X. I don't have a PlayStation 4 Pro, which maybe one day I'll get, but you know what? Who knows? Red Dead Redemption 2. What I've played so far, I really enjoy, but that's not to say that, it's the best game ever. I can't even say that yet because I've only played like 2 hours of it. But I've been frustrated within those 2 hours. I've been frustrated with the controls. The controls could use some work. I've accidentally stabbed people and then had like a bounty out on me, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I hit my horse, and I don't, in real life, I don't abuse animals. But I hit my horse and I felt bad about it. The controls could use some work, and hopefully it gets a little bit better. But you know what? Arthur Morgan so far seems like a cool dude. I'm really excited to get into what his story is all about, and the character development. I really want to see how, because Rockstar is really good with character development in their games. So I really want to see how that plays out. It looks fantastic on the Xbox One X. Looks fantastic. But yeah, everyone seems to be streaming it. Everyone seems to love it so far. And you know what? Once I'm done with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, this is where all that time's going to go into Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully, I'm done with Odyssey by the time Thanksgiving comes around because my son's coming home for Thanksgiving and he said he wanted to watch me play it because he doesn't really like, he likes Rockstar games. Like he liked Rockstar, he liked GTA 5, played a lot of that and a lot of GTA 5 online with his friends. But he's just like, he's so stubborn. He's kind of like me. He's like, you know what? I don't like Westerns, so I don't want to play the game. So he said, "Oh, watch me play it, and if he likes it, you know, he said he wants it for Christmas." So hopefully, I'm done with Odyssey by then. So you know, we can spend a couple of days when he comes home from school, you know, playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I've spoken enough. Right? I have spoken enough for the day. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Let me know what games you guys picked up in October, September, whatever it is, what you're currently playing. I would love to know what you're into right now. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll check you next time. Bye.